Every woman I've worked with who's tried to start living frugally came in with the same story. They were exhausted, juggling family, a career, and under constant financial pressure that never seemed to ease up. Maybe that's you too. You don't want to live on rice and beans. You're not trying to become a minimalist. You just want a life that doesn't feel like it's slipping out of your control every time you swipe your card. But frugal living isn't what you think it is. It's not about restriction. It's not about sacrifice. It's about power. It's about peace. And today I'm going to show you the 10 habits that completely changed how I live, save, spend, and feel without making me feel like I was constantly saying no to myself. Hey there, if you're new here, my name is Sarah and I'm the owner of FrozenPennies.com. I'm a financial coach and the author of the international best-selling book, Fundamentally Frugal. Link below. Now, these are habits any beginner can start. And if you're overwhelmed and don't know where to begin, you start here. Number 1, track every dollar you spend. Awareness is everything. Most people have no idea where their money is actually going until they start writing it down. Don't worry about budgeting or fancy spreadsheets yet. Just start by tracking. You can use a notebook, a free app, or even your phone's notes app. Keep receipts or just jot things down as you go. In my free budget planner, I have a tracking printable. Link below if you want to grab that. The act of observing your spending creates what psychologists call the observer effect. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that's where the change begins. You'll quickly notice patterns like how often you grab coffee out or how fast gas and groceries add up. This insight is powerful because it reveals your money habits without judgment. It gives you the foundation to make intentional choices instead of reacting on autopilot. Here's a few tips. Use a method you actually enjoy. If you hate spreadsheets, please don't use them. Try a free app like EveryDollar or just keep a small notebook in your purse. The key is consistency, not perfection. Set up a daily check-in reminder. Just set a 5-minute timer each morning or evening to log your spending. Attach it to another habit, like brushing your teeth or making a cup of tea. Reward yourself after a full week of tracking. Now celebrate those small wins with a free treat, like a library visit or a bubble bath, after 7 days of consistent tracking. Want a simple way to get started? I've got that free budget planner I mentioned above. You can download it. Just check the link in the description. Number 2, plan your meals and actually eat them. Food is one of the biggest budget busters, but also one of the easiest to fix with a little planning. Start by creating a simple weekly meal plan. Choose 5, 6, or 7 meals your family likes and build your grocery list from there. Check what's already in your fridge, freezer, and pantry before you shop. The goal is not perfection, it's intention. If your week gets busy, have backup options like frozen pizza, breakfast for dinner, or just sandwiches and soup. Planning ahead means fewer last-minute takeout orders, less waste, and more money in your pocket. This one habit can save hundreds of dollars each month. Another tip? Double a meal plan and freeze half for future nights when you're just plain exhausted. That's not just frugal, it's smart. Some more tips. Theme your nights to reduce decision fatigue. Try Meatless Monday or Taco Tuesday or Slow Cooker Sunday to make planning automatic and fun. Involve your family in the planning. Let each family member pick one meal per week that they love. It takes pressure off of you and increases buy-in at dinner time. Even better if you can get that family member to make the dinner. And keep a list of 10 go-to meals. Having a rotating list of family favorites makes meal planning faster and easier. Post it on the fridge or inside the cabinet door for easy access. Number 3, use a 24-hour rule for every purchase. Impulse spending is sneaky. One quick scroll through Amazon or a casual stroll through Target can wipe out your budget before you even realize it. The 24-hour rule is simple but powerful. If you want to buy something non-essential, wait at least 24 hours before purchasing it. This gives your brain time to switch from emotional decision-making to logical thinking. That dopamine hit of, I want it now, it fades, and you're left with clarity. More often than not, you'll realize you didn't actually need the item, Or you'll find something you already have at home that works just as well. Create a wish list on your phone. Instead of hitting the buy now, add it to a wish list. Revisit the list weekly and reevaluate. Most items won't seem as important after some time. And when somebody asks you what you want for Mother's Day, you got a list. Set a spending threshold. Only apply the 24-hour rule to purchases over $20 or another amount that feels right for you. This keeps the habit practical. Or write a sticky note with your goal. Put it near your wallet or your computer. Something like, would future me thank me for this? Can break that impulse loop. Number 4, use cash for anything you overspend on. If you constantly overspend at the grocery store, switching to a cash system, it's a game changer. Decide on a weekly grocery budget, withdraw that amount in cash, and put it in an envelope labeled groceries. Paying with cash slows down your shopping. You feel every dollar leaving your hand, which makes you think twice about impulse buys. Plus, it has a built-in limit. When the cash runs out, you're done shopping. No surprises when you check your bank account later. This habit doesn't have to be forever, just a month or 2 or longer if you have bigger goals. You can recalibrate your spending and help you shop more intentionally. Other tips, start small with just one envelope. If switching to full cash feels scary, start with groceries only. One envelope, 1 week, and see how it goes. Use a divided wallet or binder. This is how I got out of debt. Having clearly labeled sections, example, meat, produce, and snacks, makes it feel more organized and satisfying to manage. But that also sounds like micromanaging. You can make it a challenge. See how much change you can bring home. Put leftover cash into a savings jar labeled vacation fund or coffee treats. Number 5, start a weekly no-spend day. Choose one day each week where you intentionally spend $0. That means no drive-through coffee, no online shopping, no gas, no errands, nothing. It sounds small, but it resets your mental rhythm around the money. A no-spend day forces creativity. You'll use what you have, cook from home, and find free entertainment. It teaches commitment, which is one of the most powerful skills in frugal living. And when it becomes a habit, it's like a weekly reset button for your finance. Bonus idea, turn it into a family challenge. Get your partner or kids involved and make it fun. A few more tips, schedule it during your slowest day. Pick a day when you're typically home or less likely to be out spending, like a Sunday or maybe a midweek and evening. Prepare ahead. Fill your gas tank, meal prep, or plan your coffee at home so you're not tempted to cheat. Track your streaks. Put a star on your calendar for each successful no-spend day. A visual streak is incredibly motivating, even though we're adults. Number 6, embrace leftovers and repurpose meals. We waste so much money by tossing uneaten food. Guilty over here too. But with a mindset shift, leftovers become your secret weapon. Make it a habit to reheat, repurpose, or freeze meals before they go bad. Leftover taco meat? Make nachos tomorrow. Roasted chicken? Turn it into soup, quesadillas, or a salad topping. Cooked veggies? Add them to scrambled eggs. You don't need to eat the same thing over and over again. You just got to be creative. Freezing leftovers in individual portions also is a great way to save time and money during busy weeks. You're not just saving food, you're saving your future self. A few more tips. Create leftovers like ingredients, not meals. Think of leftover roast chicken as taco filling, stir-fry base, or casserole topping, not just chicken again. Store them well. Use clear containers so food doesn't get forgotten. Label and date them to reduce waste and guesswork. Have a leftover buffet night. We do this. Once a week, line up the week's leftovers and let everyone choose. It feels fun and eliminates food wastes. Number 7, audit your subscriptions. We often sign up for free trials and forget to cancel. Or we let old subscriptions run month after month, even if we're barely using them. Now these small charges add up quickly. $12 here, $9.99 there, and can quietly eat your budget. Set aside 10 minutes and scan your bank statement or credit card account. Highlight anything reoccurring. Then ask, do I use this enough to justify the cost? If not, cancel it. And here's a mindset shift. It's okay to resubscribe later. This isn't forever, but taking a break gives you breathing room and helps you prioritize what truly brings value. A few more tips. Set a quarterly subscription review. Add it to your calendar every 3 months. It only takes like 15 minutes to find and cancel those sneaky charges. Use your bank's app filters. Many apps now group subscriptions. Use that to quickly spot and scan recurring charges you've forgotten about. And swap, don't stack. Want to try a new streaming service? Cancel one before starting another. Only pay for what you're actively using. Number 8, create a buy nothing list. Temptation is everywhere, especially when you're trying to cut back. That's why a buy nothing list is so powerful. Write down 5 to 10 things you tend to buy out of habit or emotion, like candles, coffee out, clothes, takeout, or books. Then commit to not buying them for the next 30 days. Post this list somewhere visible, like your fridge, phone wallpaper, or maybe your bathroom mirror. It acts as a reminder of your goals and interrupts automatic spending. After a month, you'll feel proud and probably won't even miss those things. This habit builds discipline and helps you realign your spending with your actual values, and it makes you feel proud of yourself. A few more tips. Make it visual. Write your list on a sticky note and place it in your wallet, computer, or that mirror. Visibility equals accountability. Replace the habit, not just remove it. If you tend to shop when you're stressed, replace that habit with something else, like a walk, journaling, meditating, or making a cup of tea. And turn it into a 30-day challenge. Frame it as a personal experiment. Can I go 30 days without buying X? Track your progress and reward yourself with something free. Number 9, adopt the use it up mentality. Before replacing anything, pause. Ask yourself, can I fix it? Repurpose it? Borrow it? Wait? This is the essence of the old frugal mantra. Use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. Instead of automatically shopping for new clothes, try mending or mixing up what you already have. Instead of tossing a container, reuse it for storage. That half-empty bottle of lotion, use it up before you buy new. This isn't about being cheap, it's about being resourceful and mindful. And over time, these choices add up to really big savings. A few more tips. Create a use it up basket. Put things nearing expiration or almost empty, like lotions or snacks or cleaning supplies, in one place to use first. Do a weekly pantry check. Before meal planning, glance through your pantry and fridge to see what's close to expiring or things that you just need to use up. Build meals around those items. And next, gamify it. Challenge yourself to go a week or a month without buying certain categories like toiletries or cleaning supplies or books. It may spark creativity. 10. Schedule one free activity every week. Frugal living doesn't mean cutting out fun. It means finding joy in simple, often free experiences. Make it a habit to schedule one free or nearly free activity each week. Some ideas. Visit your local library. Go for a walk or a hike. Have a family game night. Our local library also will have a book sale. $10, you can get a lot of books. Consider looking at your local Facebook pages in order to find some really fun, free, or almost free local events in your area. What about just going outside and watching the sunset with a nice cup of tea? These moments often feel more meaningful than anything that you can buy. They build connection, reduce stress, and show you that you don't need to spend money to create memories. A few more tips. Make a free fun bucket list. Brainstorm 20 fun, no-cost activities you enjoy. Keep it visible so you always have inspiration ready. Invite someone to join you. Free fun is even more fun when shared. Invite a friend for a walk, library visit, or board game night to make it feel special. Treat it like a real event. Put it on your calendar, prepare for it, and honor it just like you would a paid event. This helps you build joy around frugality. Now, here are some hacks to make these habits easier. Building new habits isn't always easy, especially when life already feels full. Here are 3 hacks to help you actually follow through on these frugal habits and make them stick. Number 1, stack new habits with existing routines. Link a new habit to something you already do. Review your spending while drinking your morning coffee. Plan your meals right before you grocery shop. Track your spending onto check your email. The less friction, the easier it becomes. Number 2, make it visual and visible. Put reminders where you can see them. Post your buy nothing list on your fridge. Use a calendar to mark off your no spend days. Keep your grocery envelope in your purse or bag. Visual cues help you stay on track. And number 3, I say this often in my videos, celebrate progress, not perfection. Frugal living is a journey. If you mess it up, learn from it and keep going. Celebrate the small wins, like skipping a drive-thru or cooking from home, even if that just means a yay me in the car on your way. Progress builds confidence, and confidence keeps you moving forward. Now, most people think they have to overhaul their entire life to get their finances under control, that they need perfect discipline, strict budgets, or cut out every small joy to get ahead. And when that feels too hard, they quit before they even really begin. But progress doesn't come from perfection. It comes from small, intentional habits that build over time. Habits like the ones you've just learned. These are the quiet choices that put your money back in your hands, that restore your peace, that remind you that you're capable of more than just surviving. These habits aren't flashy. They won't make you rich overnight, but they are the quiet, consistent practices that will change your financial life from the inside out. Now, you don't need to do all of these 10 today. Just pick one and begin. Then layer in the next one whenever you're ready. Frugal living isn't about being cheap. It's about being intentional. And intention, especially when it comes to money, is what gives you freedom, peace, and the power to build the life that you truly want. And if this video spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and watch this video next.